Hey guys, I got a really simple maintenance video for you today. How to clean your raw water filters.
Hi, I'm Mary Beth, and this is Stephen. Together we are sailing through life on our Sailboat Harmony with our dog Bernie. Join our adventures as we explore the East Coast and beyond by subscribing to our channel.
Now, all raw water filters are not the same, but basically the same thing. So I'll show you right now. The very first step, probably one of the most important and easy to forget, is to close your raw water intake for your engine or whatever filter you're going to be cleaning, because so you don't have any pressure pushing up through the hose and squirting out at you when you open up the top of it. So for me, it's my engine, and I just close the seacock here. Now here's my raw water intake for my engine. Pretty standard. This is where the raw water comes in through the through hull into my strainer and comes back up through here, and then it goes into the engine. All I did was, after I closed the seacock, I just cracked this pretty slowly, and I held like a rag here just to see if there would be any pressure. I didn't think there would be, but just in case. So I opened it up and there was no pressure buildup at all. So then what I did is I loosened these nuts. There's a nut here, there's a nut on the other side. These come right off, this one comes right off. The other one doesn't in mine, it just slides over. And, whoops, open up a little bit more. And then this little basket inside. Just pull the basket out. Mine had some algae and things in it, but it's nice and clean now because I already cleaned it. But you can see here I have holes. Do I have moths? No, probably just years and years of maybe galvanic action. So I need to replace this. So check your strainers to make sure there are no holes in your strainers. So I got to do that, and then so you just clean it up, throw it back in, make sure it has a good seat. Okay, so this one I pulled out of my strainer for my generator. Oh boy, that's full of crud in there. So that's not good. So that's why you clean these things out periodically. I haven't done it since I've owned the boat. I'm glad I'm doing it now. So make sure you clean your water strainers. While you have this raw water filter open, you want to check that there's a gasket here and that it's in good shape, because you want to seal and not have water all over the place when it runs. Mine is, At first I looked at it, it's like, oh, I don't even have a gasket. But I do. It's just pretty old. So when I get my new strainer, I'm going to order a gasket as well. So you want to check that as well for each of your strainers. Just another maintenance tip you got to do. Close it back up. Put your screws back on, and then go down and open it. Make sure, really important, if you're going to start your engine, make sure you open up your seacock to your raw water so you cool your engine, blow it up. And while you're looking at this, guys, you also want to pay attention to things like corrosion, salts around fittings and things like that. Like this, I'm going to clean this up. There's obviously leakage here. On the trip here, I didn't see any visible water, but there's definitely a slow leak. I'm going to definitely replace this before I head out in a couple of months. So yeah, just pay attention to things like that when you're going through your boat. Now, when I put this unit back on, I just hand tighten these, and you don't have to go crazy, because you've got if you have a good gasket in there, you'll have a little bit of compression. You don't want to squish the gasket down so it's like, all warped and things like that. That's probably what happened with this thing over time. That's why my gasket is so warped. Someone probably put a lot of pressure on this. You don't want to crank these down too much, just so that it doesn't leak. Also, with these fittings, I noticed, because of mistakes, is I was re-threading. I was putting this nut back on, and it didn't go on too well, and I started kind of push it. It's like really tight. It's like, oh wait, that doesn't feel right. And I noticed these are brass. So brass is very soft, so you could easily misthread this thing. So you want to be careful with anything you're doing with brass. That's another tip. I have the engine on now, about 1,000 RPM, and I'm just checking to make sure there aren't any leaks. Around when I opened up. Everything looks fine, so I'm just going to let the engine run, warm it up, give it some exercise since I haven't used it. So that's how you clean out a raw water filter, the strainer. I have, I think I have like three at least on this boat. I think they're all similar, so I'm going to do the same thing. I've got them for my air conditioning units, my reverse cycle air conditioning units. I have two, and I also have one for my generator. So those are places, anywhere you're going to have a through hull fitting with water coming in to cool something, you should have one of these filters, and that's where you look for them. And you want to change them out. You want to make sure they're clean, because if they get clogged, then you're going to have problems. You're going to overheat your engine, overheat your generator, overheat pumps, things like that. So I hope that was helpful. And if you guys like this, like and subscribe, and I will be back with another tip when I find something else I need to do on the boat. This is just general maintenance that I'm doing right now. So have a great day. Bye-bye.